Hello boys and girls, welcome back to another video. Now today we're going to be doing a portrait of ourselves or maybe people that you may know, and it is going to be inspired by the artist Cozy Klimt. Now while we are working on our project, I will describe more of who he is and what kind of artwork does he create. So go ahead and keep on watching and I'll tell you what you will need for this project. Alright, for this you will need an eraser, pencil, also a placemat because I ended up painting, but you could use anything to color with. Markers, crayons, your paintbrush, and if you're going to be painting, you're going to need a water cup. Alright, let's go ahead and begin. Now Cozy Klimt is an Austria painter with his style most known for his Art Nouveau style, which is super decorative and with a lot of patterns. So that's what we're going to be doing with our drawing today. Now, our drawing is going to be inspired by his painting called Baby Cradle, which is a little baby sleeping with all the blankets all covered around this baby. So we're going to be drawing a picture. Now, I'm going to be drawing myself. So I'm starting with a curve shape like the letter U. That's going to be the size of my face and also my jaw and my chin. Now I'm adding two curves like the letter C on both sides of my face for the ears. Now for mine, I'm going to go ahead and close the top part of my head with an arch that goes up and then back down like a rainbow. I'm adding my second ear. Okay. Now this is when you can add detail to your hair when you sleep. Now for me, I put mine in a bun. So I'm adding a little second curve for my hair where it grows out from my head. And then I'm adding just some little details of short lines because my hair is going to be pulled back. So I want to make sure they're slightly curved. And for my bun, I'm just going to go ahead and make a circle shape in the back. And the reason why I'm having it closed like that is because you want it to look like there is hair behind, so it gives that sense of overlapping. So I'm adding some curves to that. And for my eyes, I'm just adding some U shapes, kind of like a happy face kind of. And these are my eyelids closed. And I'm adding some eyelashes to mine. And you could do your eyes if you want to be poking, like if you're, sneaking and pretending to sleep. This is when you can add all different facial expressions whenever you are sleeping. Now I have a curved round nose, so I'm going to go ahead and make mine round. And for my mouth, you could either do it smiling, but for me, I'm not going to lie, I snore. So I'm going to have my mouth open. And sometimes I drool, but hey, it's normal. And I'm going to add 3 Z's as if I was snoring and sound asleep. Now to make this a little bit more realistic, I'm going to go ahead and add some hands, like my hands are holding the blanket, like they're peeking through. So I'm going to add 2 curved arches like a rainbow, starting down, curving up, and then going back down. Repeat the same thing on the left side. Yes. All right. So I'm going to add 4 fingers. And by doing that, you're going to do like the letter U 4 times to connect. And the reason why I'm only doing 4 and not 5 fingers is because I'm imagining my thumb is on the inside of my blanket and it's not showing. So you only get to see your other 4 fingers. Now I'm just erasing what I did because I accidentally did 5. But you could do whatever fingers. If you want to do 2 fingers, 3 fingers, it's up to you. I'm just doing 4. Okay. And by my side, I do have a cat. Her name's Luna, so I'm going to go ahead and draw a cat there. If you want to go ahead and just stop at this point, you can. Or if you would like to add, if you sleep and share the same bed as your sister or your brother, you could go ahead and if you want to add them, you can. So I'm just doing a little cat with a circle round face, 2 triangles for the ears, and a smaller set of triangles inside. Now for my cat, because she is kind of sneaky, I'm having one eye open and one eye closed. And I'm going to make her look like she's looking at me. A little triangle nose and little curved J's that are connecting on its back to look like the little cat's mouth. And I'm going to do the same process how I did my fingers. But for the cat, I'm only going to give her three little fingers for her cat paws. Now I'm just adding a line, connecting to make it look like my fingers are overlapping the blanket. Nice. Now this is when you could get creative with your quilt or your blanket folds. Now Ms.Chavira Klimt has a lot of wavy diagonal lines, so I'm going to go ahead and mimic his style. I'm just starting on the top of my blanket and I'm working my way out and down. So I'm going diagonally to the right, till it goes to the edge of the paper, to the left, going down. Then I'll add one more wavy line. Perfect. Nice. Okay, I'm happy with it. And now just to complete it, I'm going to go ahead and add a pillow. I'm just doing a round curve on the left side of me and a little tiny bump, curve, bump, and then all the way down. All right, now to make it look a little bit more realistic that my head is sunken into the pillow, I'm just adding a curved line on one side of my head. And for Luna, I'm going to do it on her left side. And I think we're pretty much done. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab a Sharpie, and this is when I'm going to start outlining my pencil drawing. So you're just going to go ahead and outline everything out in marker. Okay, so now once you traced everything out so you could see your details a lot brighter, you could go ahead and start coloring inside each segment of your quilts. Now, I'm leaving mine blank on top. You can feel free to color whatever you would like on the top. It's up to you. I'm going to be using watercolors, so I'm going to go ahead and move my crayons off to the side. Okay, so now I'm just fast forwarding but yes, I am just wetting my brush to make sure that my colors are going to be nice and light. And the reason why I'm having my colors a little bit washed out or a little bit tinted, now whenever you are painting with acrylics, whenever you want to make a color lighter, it's called tinting, and that's when you add white. Now for watercolor, it's a little bit different because I don't have white paint, if you could see it on my palette, but I have to use a lot of water if I want to make a color lighter or more pastel. So I'm going to go ahead and just color each segment a different color. Now, if it's your blanket, you can make it your favorite colors, or if you want to make it one color, different shades, that's monochromatic. It's up to you. I'm just doing one every color of the rainbow. Okay, I added some green, some purple. Now I'm doing like an indigo blue color, a deep blue color. And then I'm going to go ahead and do this last segment orange. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and let this dry, and then we get to move on to the next step. Okay, so now once it's nice and dry, we're going to go ahead and add some lines and patterns inside each of our segments, just like Ms.Chavira. Now, I'm not going to, color my pillow, but I'm going to go ahead and start working on my hair. And I'm going to use crayon for this. Now, my hair color is a dark brown, black-ish. Now, to make my hair look a little bit more realistic, I'm going to darken the corners and the edges of my bun with the black crayon. I'm darkening my edges that are along my hairline, going back to the bun. I'm happy with that. Now I'm reaching over to grab a gray because I need to color Luna, my cat, her fur. She is a gray cat. So I'm just coloring that in. I'm going to go ahead and do inside, I'm going to color it pink. More detail. I grabbed a peach color, closest crayon that matches my skin. So I'm just coloring my hands and my face. Awesome. I'm coloring Luna's one poking eye. She's like peeking out at me. I'm coloring that green. And now I'm going to add some shadow to my pillow with the gray crayon. just to make it look like my pillow is nice and soft. I probably should have added drool coming out of my lips, right? Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and move on to our quilt. Now, you could use crayons, markers, whatever you like, but I have both on hand. So what I'm doing, and you could go ahead and follow along with me, you're going to add a different pattern of line inside each segment. So right now I'm just doing polka dots. Just polka dots. And then I'm going to go ahead and switch and get another crayon. And I'm going to go ahead and do some diagonal lines. And I'm just doing it in a different pattern. Red, orange, or like, I think that's a dark orange I'm using, yeah. And it gives it more variety. Even though it's the same line, but just showing variety in different colors makes the texture or textile, the fabric of your quilt, a little bit more interesting. So I'm going to keep working on my patterns. So I'm inserting wavy lines on my orange fabric. And you're just going to keep adding patterns. I did loop-de-loops, dashed lines, and zigzag lines. And then with the marker, I'm going back and adding a little bit more detail. I'm coloring in right now in between those diagonal lines that I did. You can also use shapes. I did hearts, squares, triangles, whatever you like. Whatever makes your quilt more colorful and more exciting. And again, you can use your favorite colors at this point. I'm just using everything because, I don't know, I guess I'm going overboard. But it looks really cool. I like it. Okay, and now I'm using a marker to do dash lines that are going perpendicular, which are just going in the opposite direction. Kind of almost doing like cross-hatching pattern, but with dash lines. I'm keeping that same pink, and I'm just going to go ahead and draw some horizontal lines to connect my wavy lines to create even a different pattern. There, it's looking more like Gustav's painting now. And I think we are done. Oh my gosh, it came out so good. So I have all of my patterns and lines. And along you can go ahead and see me snoring away. And then Luna's peeking because she's probably annoyed of my snoring. Now, I do toss and turn a lot when I sleep. So, yeah, that's probably not far from the truth. Now, I'm really curious to see how your drawings came out. If you can, on my Facebook page, if you could leave a photo of your completed drawing of our crazy quilts of us sleeping. I would love to see that. And yeah, boys and girls, I hope you liked this video. Don't forget to give it a like so then I know that you liked it, and also to subscribe to see more videos coming up. I will try to post a video every day, Monday through Friday. And if I can, I could do Saturday videos. But yeah, thank y'all guys. Bye.